The arsonist had oddly shaped feet.
Unique in New York. That's the one.
The Human Torch was denied a bank loan.
That's the one.
Hi-oh! Oh, we're live. What is it? We're on? You
Hello?
mean now?
I know.
We're live?
Okay.
Don't believe you.
It just got really hot in here, and it's been
It's
cold
super-
for like the last.
Okay, so I
2
turned the
hours.
heat on, and the thing is our apartment has the difference between radioactive heat and ice cold temperatures.
Yeah, it's real hot,
So,
and I can't take my head off.
speaking
I
of
have
real
a
hot,
I have a head.
my gangster bitch here, Thug Claire, has taken over. So we did not watch a movie per se this week or this month. We watched some episodes of the CW's Arrow, which is a show that both Claire and I love, except that Claire is about 10 episodes behind.
Yep.
Because I am current up to season 3, which is what's on TV now, to the mid-season finale. It comes back in 3.5 weeks, but I made Claire watch 3 episodes in the build-up of season 2, which season 2 is really good.
And here's where I'm going to interrupt and say this is all I will say during this whole review, because Tom is going to take over and talk about Arrow. And talk your ear off and talk theories and talk all the nitty-gritty details, where I just watch it to see him take his shirt off. And then he puts his shirt back on, and I kind of clock out for a little bit. And then he takes it off, and then I watch again. So today will be the Tom show.
Okay, but when you say he, are you talking about Oliver or Roy?
I'll take any of them.
Any of
I'll
them?
take any of them.
Anybody holding a bow and arrow, apparently?
Not even that. Whatever. Just take your shirt off.
Any of the
it's fine.
guys. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, the first episode we watched was the Suicide Squad.
Suicide, yes.
Which I had to explain to Claire that Suicide Squad, so...
I'll give him 2 minutes.
Okay, here we go. DC 101. So, this DC Comics owns Arrow, and Arrow is on the CW, and they have the rights to a lot of characters, but not all. They have the rights to Arrow and the Flash. Those are the shows that are on now. They do not have the rights to Superman or to Batman right now. Batman is on Fox for Gotham, and there's a couple other things. But because Arrow and the Flash are so popular and so good, they are getting a lot of the classic Batman villains on their show. Hence the Suicide Squad. In this one, it's Deadshot, Shrapnel, Bronze Tiger, and then in the episode, Diggle and his ex-wife, Lila, are on the Suicide Squad of the 5. They have a cameo of Harley Quinn, and I'd explained to Claire that they are filming a Suicide Squad movie with a completely different cast. It's going to be Tom Hardy as one guy, Will Smith is going to play Deadshot, Margot Robbie from Wolf of Wall Street is going to be Harley Quinn.
Which one is he in Wolf of Wall Street?
Well, Margot Robbie is the woman. She's the blonde who is the wife of Leonardo DiCaprio, the second wife, who's shaved from here down.
So wait, who does she play?
She's going to play Harley Quinn, the Joker's girlfriend.
That's right.
Jared Leto.
I'm sorry, everybody had their shirts on at that part, so I wasn't really paying attention.
Jared Leto, who just won the Oscar for Dallas Buyers Club. He was in American Psycho. He gets the
I know who he was.
Jared Leto is going to play the new Joker.
That's going to be interesting.
It's going to be very interesting. So I had explained to Claire that there's the movie universe, the television universe, and we're talking about the TV universe now.
And time.
Excellent. So Suicide Squad was a pretty good episode. It was kind of a one-off, but you got to see a lot of the fact that it just alludes to a lot of background about how you learn about Diggle's background with his ex-wife and how they met and how they fell in love.
I will say, having not known, if I didn't know what you just explained beforehand, I probably would not have paid that much attention to the episode.
Also, the other thing is you learn that Oliver and Amanda Waller know each other, and it has been yet to be revealed as to how and what extent.
As each Arrow episode goes by, you find more and more people that secretly know about...
The writers of Arrow have said that they never introduced something without a plan to expand on it. So
makes sense.
They talked about Starling City and the particle accelerator for episodes and episodes before they introduced Barry Allen. Mm-hmm. And now they have the Flash television show. If you're not watching that, you should, because the Flash is fantastic. It's a little more light and fun than
Where
Arrow.
are they at right now? How many seasons?
This is the first season. It's a little more light and fun than...
Does he take his shirt off?
He does. He actually has some abs.
Okay.
Also, little fun note: the guy who plays the Flash, Barry Allen, on CW on Tuesdays, he had a cameo on Glee once, where he was Blaine's rival on Glee, and he threw the slushie in his eye and blinded him with the...
Doesn't everybody have a cameo on Glee at least one point?
Yeah, that's true. But anywho, the other episode we watched was Birds of Prey, where we see Huntress return to kill her father.
And I'm not gonna lie. Like, I get, like, her plot line was nice, and there's this revenge, and, like, man, kill my dad, he's a turd, and like, it made sense more so than, like you had mentioned, than some of the other kind of, like, random villains. But she was not my favorite.
No, she's one of the weaker villains, I think. I mean, I think her backstory makes more sense.
Yeah, but like, even just the actress who played her, I didn't think she was... In
Season 3, this is not a spoiler, in Season 3 you're going to meet somebody similar named Cupid, and she's far more entertaining.
Okay. I will wait with bated breath.
She has the line where she says, "I'm Cupid, stupid."
Oh, God.
And she shoots people with arrows. She shoots people with arrows, and they're in the shape of the heart.
Okay, but whenever somebody's like, right before I kill you, I'm going to say some dumbass witty tagline, nah.
You understand that the main character of this show says, "You failed this shitty."
Okay, he hasn't done that. He hasn't done that in like the last season.
Okay, well, I'm just saying that, like, anywho. So then the final episode we just watched was called Deathstroke, which was all about learning about Slade Wilson.
Well, and things kind of accumulated to this point. Like, this season,
the kidnapping of Thea Queen.
This season has been like little inklings about Slade building up to that episode.
Slade is obvious. Not only is Slade the big bad of this season, he's the overarching villain that's kind of manipulating things from one step to the other. I really believe that Slade is going to end up being, when we look back at Arrow, however long it lasts, whether it's 5 seasons, 10, whatever it is, he's going to end up being one of the baddest of the villains that Oliver had, because he trained Oliver.
Yeah.
I mean, he is he taught Oliver how to fight. He was his best friend.
He knows Oliver's history, and he knows his weaknesses.
Yeah, he was his friend, and then he turned villain, and you haven't seen the end of season 2, so we can't get into more of it, but it is incredibly... There are some things that will come to light later on in the last few episodes that are going to show you that he is even more vindictive, evil, and twisted by Mirakuru than we even know. Like, he is so...
But what about Roy?
Well, is Roy redeemable? We don't know.
He zoomed off into the shadowy night.
In a car that he must have stolen, because no waiter has a car that's that nice.
Yeah, to have stolen it. Fact.
And also, how does he afford Tiffany's?
Well, he said he used all his paycheck.
Yeah, but then he crushed it with his hands like this. Did you notice that? How he was like upset after like he broke up with Thea, and he was just like...
Oh, he crushed the bracelet. Well,
yeah, at the very end.
If you had that, admit it. If any of us had that strength, we'd be like crushing shit left and right.
Oh yeah, absolutely. You seem to be crushing balls. Like, I don't know what that says about you and your husband, but like seriously, you're just kind of like in this like thug get up.
I do like how we are very black and white right now. Except our hair.
I actually hadn't noticed that with the black and white, except that you're white and wearing the black, and I'm colored and wearing the white. I don't know. It's like the light and the dark. And isn't that a perfect dichotomy of Oliver Queen's personality?
Do this more often.
It's Oliver Queen. Is he the Arrow or is he Oliver Queen?
Some days he's just a dumb turd.
Okay, but I think that no matter what side you're on, whether he's Oliver Queen or he's the Arrow, whether he's fighting for good or if it's just revenge or if he's crazy or if he's not, we can all agree that Laurel's a huge pain in the ass.
And on that note, I think it's time.
Laurel... This is going to turn into the Claire show because...
I'm going to need 10 more minutes to talk about what a giant turd Laurel is.
As somebody who...
Does she die, Tom? You can just tell me right now.
She does not die. As somebody who... I can't tell you some other stuff because it's spoilers. But
yeah, be careful.
As somebody
you are walking a fine line right now,
somebody who knows... What I can tell you, which is not a spoiler, what I can tell you is that Laurel is to Oliver
Okay.
as Mary Jane is to Spider-Man.
Well, that makes sense. They've set her up like that since episode 1.
But with that in mind, this is the Lois Lane to Superman kind of a thing. So she's going to be around
Maybe
for a while.
won't. Maybe she'll grow out of her turdness and become someone that I would like to hang out with, and not someone that I would push in a gutter when I walked by around the street. And I could, because she's super tiny.
Okay, so
just, like,
to those of you,
whether
that be the 4 people that watched one of our episodes or the 44 people that watched another one, whoever they may be.
That was me. I watched 39 times. Different
whoever that may be. I will say, Laurel's going to stick around for a while, and I don't think this one is going to like the storyline. Because I don't like the storyline.
Wouldn't it be funny if I did? I'm going to wear
we would have fights. We would have so many fights. If you like the storyline they send Laurel on, you and I might not be able to watch the show ever again.
Okay.
In season 3.
Season 3.
So
well, Netflix, get on it.
But I will say the season 2 is fantastic.
Yeah.
Other good things to look forward to that are not spoilers.
Well, we have, 3 episodes left?
You have 3 episodes left.
2.
So we've watched episode 20, so you have 21, 22, and 23.
Mm-hmm.
And those 3 episodes take place within, 96 hours. It's a pretty compact period of time.
Yeah,
or at least the last 2 episodes are. The last 2 episodes are really just a 2-parter. Even though they're a week apart or whatever like that, they're really the same storyline. So Slade's ultimate plan is coming to fruition. We're getting real close. You might have 4. We may have just watched episode 19. So
19,
20, 21, 22,
yeah.
23. So you have 4. Because I'm just thinking of everything that happens. But it's really good, though. Season 2 is very good. Season 3, we'll come back and check in with this one when she sees the mid-season finale of season 3. Because this was my favorite.
Laurel dies!
So I will say that... So Claire follows me on Twitter and at Era of Zara, and she has to be careful on Wednesdays when I'm watching because I don't try to spoil things, but I tend to just go WTF, what was that kind of thing. This was my face at the end of season 3. I don't know why I just looked with an accent. This was my face at the mid-season finale of season 3.
I have to wait another year to watch it. You realize that? Must have done some other... I'm going to have to do some skiing.
All I have to say about season 3, and this is not a spoiler, because it's been alluded to in season 2 in episodes you've already seen.
Yeah.
And it was in the promos of all of season 3 that were on television. This is not a spoiler. 3 words for you of the big bad in season 3. Ra's al Ghul. That's all I gotta say. This one doesn't know any of the things, but what I will say finally is that because the television show and the television universe is separate from the movie universe for DC Comics, which is the opposite of Marvel. Marvel, everything you see on television is connected to everything you see on the movies. So everything that happens in Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., that crappy show, is related to what you see in Avengers. Nothing that is on DC Comics television, like Gotham, Arrow, Flash, is related to Batman vs. Superman or the Justice League. There is a hard line in between those two. But because in the television universe, Arrow and Flash cannot use Batman, really, because Fox is using it for Gotham, they can't really introduce a Batman. They have turned Arrow into the Batman of the CW universe because they're both billionaire playboys who come back after a period of time to avenge and fight crime in their city. Very similar. So everything is circulating around Arrow. So Arrow is becoming the Batman, which is why in the CW you're seeing a lot of the classic Batman villains, not Joker or Two-Face or Penguin, but Deathstroke is usually a Batman villain, Ra's al Ghul a Batman villain. You're seeing some of these other villains come into play in Arrow because they have license to them, And the Flash is actually, a little fun fact, the Flash is kind of their version of Superman.
We're gonna have to tap
Season
into that one.
Season 3, the crossover episode, one of them is called Flash versus Arrow.
Oh.
And the other one is called The Brave and the Bold, which is usually the name reserved for when Batman and Superman are teaming up. So the Flash is the... Arrow says, you live in Central City, where everything's bright and sunny and nice. And you give your villains quirky nicknames. This is Starling City, where everything is dark and you have to either kill or be killed. Oliver tells that to the Flash. Where it's very much like, you're the symbol of hope and you're the savior of your city. I am the Dark Avenger. And it's very interesting. So, we're going to go to movies next time again, so this is a little more streamlined and not jumping in mid-season of a second season of a television show.
Yeah.
So, Claire, the next 3, we should pick up a movie. The next couple of different ideas I had. Mm-hmm. I had 3 ideas.
Go on.
And maybe the 1 or 7 people who watch this thing could tell us. Should we watch an old classic favorite from our childhood?
Ooh.
Should we watch an quote like an old-timey movie that neither of us have seen? Or should we watch something new and popular?
I like old classic from our childhood.
Okay.
But I'm going to have to think about what that might be.
Okay. I'm going to throw out a couple of nominations.
Okay.
And then you can also throw some out too.
Okay.
From our old childhood movies, Princess Bride. It's like the perfect movie.
It's been a while since I've seen it, so yeah, okay.
It is the perfect movie.
Okay, what was your other one?
Okay. The other one that I like to see that I used to watch a lot as a kid, even though we're a little past Christmas, is we could watch A Christmas Story.
Yeah.
Or the third film that we could watch that was a personal favorite of mine growing up as a child, Ghostbusters. 1984 Ghostbusters.
We had talked about Jaws, too.
Oh, right, Jaws. Have you seen Jaws?
I have, eons and eons ago.
Okay, I love the Jaws movies.
That could be a good one.
We could watch Jaws. You know what we should watch one time, too? It's not new. I mean, it's not old-timey favorites, but it's one of our... We have to do one of these episodes where it's just you and me watching Harold and Kumar go to White Castle as we eat White Castle.
I'm in for that.
Mm-hmm. And we could also do one of them where it's like it's opposed to a video where it's more of like a recording podcast, and we just do a commentary to the movie as we eat. And drink. Pass me more of those chicken rings.
Who ate all the goddamn burgers?
Who ate that crave case? Goddammit!
You gonna eat that fry?
Yes.
Yeah,
Get your own fry.
I'm known never to ask you that.
Yeah. Very few things can come between me and fries.
Okay.
All right.
So, on that note, we'll come up with something and yada yada.
We'll let you know. Though between my brother and Callie, who are the only 2 people who watch this thing,
and the 39 views that I give it,
we'll figure something out.
We'll
All right. So this is Claire, and this is Tom, and you've been watching our review channel, and we will see you next time. All right.